Fuck, I'm steady kicking shit. I'm fooling around throwing my dick and fit. Cherishing my sound before they mimic it. Watch how they cop it, then they overlook me. Trying to scratch this pot, no overcooked. Damn, from the bands and rolls, I had a dream right in the door. And I know I'm chosen.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Donn. We're back in the stand with a new video. We got KTA sliding for Julio Foolio deadly murder spree in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm assuming in Jacksonville, several men shot and killed. I don't know what's going on. This video just came out a day ago. You know what I mean? Foolio died about like 2 weeks ago. I think like 2 weeks ago or something like that. And I think niggas is sliding. That's what the fuck they talking about. They talking about niggas is getting they get back and niggas is sliding. So let's hop straight into it. Let's see what the fuck going on. Oh, shut up, bitch.
Police say a man was chased and then shot and killed.
These groups, I won't name them. They know who they are. We're not going to tolerate any retribution, any revenge.
3 deadly shootings happening across our area overnight.
A man was found dead.
Yo, can I get a Pop-Tart real quick? I'm hungry, and I feel like it's gonna be like a long video, and I need some snacks. I'll be right back. It's gonna be like 2 seconds for y'all, but like a couple for me.
Dead in a garage on Jacksonville's south side this morning.
New at 5, a man in his early 20s is in the hospital right now following a shooting in northwest Jacksonville. JSO says he was hit up to 4 times in the shoulder and back.
I talked to a witness who told me the car came from this direction and then slammed right into this building.
Breaking news. A man is dead in an early morning shooting.
Officers say that they were called out to the Lakeshore area just after 5 this morning, and he came reporting off of a gunfire report.
Overnight, one person is in stable condition. This is after being shot in what the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is calling a drive-by shooting.
One man is dead after he was shot and then crashed his car into a building on
Are they gonna explain anything, bro?
Myrtle Avenue last night in Jacksonville.
Tonight, police investigating after a man crashed his car into this building, then died from a gunshot wound.
Bro, who made this video? Retaliation is a must. That's crazy.
Charles Jones, the man we all know as Julio Foolio, was viciously murdered while celebrating his birthday. This would come as no surprise, as Foolio was actively in the streets and known for making diss records about his dead ops.
He kept dissing on me. What happened? Now we smoking 23.
It wouldn't be long before the streets of Jacksonville would be flooded with retaliatory blood, all behind the death of Julio Foolio. What the internet is not aware of is the multiple murders that will begin to unfold immediately after the death of Julio Foolio.
3 deadly shootings happening across our area overnight. At 11:10 p.m., a man shot multiple times at an Orange Park apartment complex died. Then at 11:50 p.m., a woman was found suffering from gunshot wounds in downtown Jacksonville. And at 1:05 this morning, a man shot and killed at the corner of 4th Street North and 6th Avenue North in Jacksonville Beach. Tonight, police are looking for 2 suspects.
2 men were shot in 2 separate 4th of July Jacksonville shootings Thursday night. According to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, the shootings took place
Bro, who is dude, bro? Who dude talking, bro?
hours apart from each other. The shooting that took place on the east side happened at approximately 8:35 p.m. when JSO officers responded to the 1200 block of Sparring Street in reference to a drive-by shooting. The initial investigation revealed the victim and 2 other individuals were sitting in a car when an unknown individual fired multiple shots in their direction from a white sedan.
Developing overnight, one person is...
He said white sedan.
Shots in their direction from a white sedan.
Developing overnight, one person...
Shots in their direction from a white sedan.
Developing overnight, one person is in stable condition. This is after being shot in what the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is calling a drive-by shooting on the city's north side. JSO says this happened right at about 8:30 last night on Sparring Street. They say the victim was sitting in a car with 2 other people when someone else shot toward the vehicle from a white sedan. That sedan then drove away. JSO tells us the victim was taken to the hospital after being shot in the leg. JSO spoke to witnesses and looked for surveillance video, but if you have any helpful information, you're urged to please give Crime Stoppers a call.
Not long after that, officers responded to a shooting on the south side. Around 11 p.m., officers responded to DuPont Avenue and St. Augustine Road in reference to a shooting. When officers arrived, they found a man who was suffering from a gunshot wound to his torso. 2 days later, on July the 6th, to his torso, they found a man who was suffering from a gunshot wound to his torso. 2 days later, on July the 6th, right after his torso. 2 days later, on July the 6th, right after midnight, police received reports of a car that had crashed into a building at the intersection of Myrtle Avenue and 8th Street. When police arrived, they found a man suffering
let me stop. I ain't gonna say what I was about to say.
From gunshot wounds while still in his vehicle. The man will be taken to the hospital where he would later die.
Tonight, police investigating after a man crashed his car into this building, then died from a gunshot wound. This happened on Myrtle Avenue in the Durkeeville area. On your side, Zatia Collins spoke with a man who says he saw it all happen.
Hopefully, like, this nigga gonna explain the connection. You know what I mean? Because right now, it just sounds like there's a whole lot of shootings in Jacksonville. And I'm like, you know, there's a whole lot of shootings in every city damn near. You know what I mean? Like, so, but what is the connection in this city? You know what I mean? To the, you know, he says KTA sliding for Julio Foolio. That's what we here for.
It happened here on Myrtle Avenue just after midnight. I talked to a witness who told me the car came from this direction and then slammed right into this building. It's been taped up now, but earlier you could see the window had been smashed out and the metal framing bent inwards.
I was standing over there and I seen the car just hit.
The driver, a man, according to police. The witness, who goes by Houston, says when he saw the crash, he went over to help.
And I grabbed him and I pulled him out from the passenger side. I brought him to the floor. I try to keep him as conscious as I can. You know, the police came.
Investigators say when they found the man, they noticed he had been shot. He was taken to the hospital where he died. It's unclear what led up to the shooting or where the shooting took place. Now, JSO is investigating this incident along with their partners at the medical examiner's office and the state attorney's office. Reporting in Jacksonville, Tia Collins, First Coast News, on your side.
However, before this would all unfold, on June the 29th, a man was shot and killed in the parking lot of an apartment complex in Orange Park. Deputies said the shooting happened around 11:10 p.m. at the Laurel Grove Apartments on Wells Road. The victim, identified as 29-year-old Darius Bills, was in the parking lot of the apartment complex when he was shot multiple times by an unknown suspect. Bills died at the scene. Investigators believe
it's not funny. I'm not laughing at the situation, but why is this nigga talking like this, cuz? Hey, yo, he said, at the scene. This nigga is so dramatic, though, cuz. This nigga need to get in the voice acting or something.
The man was the victim of an attack fueled by gang wars and possible retaliation for Julio Foolio. There seemed to be no end in sight, even after Jacksonville law enforcement vowed to put a stop to the rash of violence.
At 5, a man in his early 20s is in the hospital right now following a shooting in northwest Jacksonville. JSO says he was hit up to 4 times in the shoulder and back on Pierce Street. Police are looking for a gray or purple car in connection with that shooting. The victim's condition is not being revealed right now.
Early morning shooting.
Officers say that they were called out to the Lakeshore area just after 5 this morning, and it came reporting off of a gunfire report that's off of Appleton Ave and Retaw Street. Here's a map to give you an idea there, and we find Action News Jack's Jessica Barreto live from that area. And Jessica, it's still active there. Police say the suspect is on the loose.
It is still an active scene out here, and the suspect still has not been found. Now, I want to show you what the scene looks like behind me. Still a lot of deputies out here. JSO has been out here for more than 4 hours at this point. There are also homicide detectives here. Now, a man is dead after a shooting here off Appleton Avenue and Retaw Street in the Lakeshore area that's on the west side. Now, at 5:20 this morning, JSO says they received several 911 calls after several people heard gunshots. They found the victim in the grass with gunshot gunshot wounds. He passed away. They still have not confirmed his identity. Now, witnesses say they also saw a man running from this area, but there is still no concrete ties from that man to this scene. However, JSO says they're not sure if this was a targeted incident, but say there could still be a threat to this community until that suspect is found. Now, if you have any information on this incident, you are urged to call JSO. That number 904-630-0500. You can also call Crime Stoppers. That number, neighborhood from the west.
The death of Foolio,
Fox 30 Action News Jax.
In a press conference held after the death of Foolio, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office claimed to have leads on Foolio's murder, as they were working on soon making an arrest.
If I may generically ask a question about something else.
Yep.
Generically speaking, what are your thoughts about the glorification of violence on social media, gangs, the detriment to the community, the danger that it poses?
I mean, unfortunately, I think young people think this is a game, and you know, there'll be comments about this in the statement that I make, and they make it like it's a video game. It's not. This is real life. So he has a mother, you know, he has parents, siblings, probably friends, and they have to deal with these kind of losses, and it's unfortunate. Now the next thing is these groups, and I won't name them, they know who they are. We're not going to tolerate any retribution, any revenge. We're going to watch. We're going to be around, paying attention to what's going on. But it's unfortunate. It should never happen to our kids. And I've never seen so much devaluing of human life. You know, it's like it's fun, and they talk about it in rap videos and songs, and it just doesn't make any sense.
What's your message to anyone who might be a younger person who might be considering this kind of love on the streets?
Well, this is not a game, is my message. This is not something that we're going to tolerate around town. I think the media, I think the citizens of Jacksonville, I think everyone feels the same way. This is not something that's okay. This is not something we're going to tolerate, and we're going to pay very close attention, so don't get involved. Stay away from the nonsense.
You know, everything he's saying is spot on for real, but you know, it's just a shame that, you know, folks be too far gone and shit is just too, like, sometimes, bro, shit just be too escalated already, bro. You can't de-escalate something that's already, like, yeah, I mean, through the roof. You feel me? Like, it's sad to say, though, like, he talking about, like, folks is devaluing, you know what I mean, human life, and it's like, yeah, he ain't lying. Like, you know, folks are really, you know, act like, you know, human life is just, you know, nothing. You know what I mean? When it's really like you can't get that shit back. Human life is the most precious thing on earth. You know what I mean? And folks will act like it's nothing. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know. Like, these folks is too far gone, bro. Like, everybody too far gone, bro. The only thing that can save him is God himself. You know what I mean? So, you know, but folks gotta want to be saved, and folks gotta want to, you know, go that route with it. But other than that, though, it's like, I don't know. Like, folks is just too far gone. He talking about the police gonna stop this, police gonna stop that. Man, y'all ain't stopping shit. Hate to break it to you. Y'all could be on every block. Y'all ain't stopping shit for real, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Some people concerned about safety.
Like, niggas nowadays, they don't give a fuck, bro. If niggas want you dead, they probably ain't gonna stop until you're dead. You know, and that's sad to say.
Here in Jacksonville, retribution, is that a viable concern? What is the police doing?
So I can tell you that I've made several phone calls and discussions with the undersheriff and staff members about paying very close attention to certain groups that I know are clashing with one another. They know who they are. And we are going to pay very close attention to make sure that, you know, we're not going to allow you to just arbitrarily run around and spray bullets into people's houses and cars. And it's just something that we're going to pay very close attention to. And I want the public to be vigilant. Pay attention when you see these things going on. Look, the social media world is called meta for a reason.
He want the public to be vigilant. Nigga. Them niggas ain't gonna say shit.
It's make-believe. It's not real life. Real life is what happened to Foolio yesterday. And that happens, and it should not happen. So we're gonna be paying very, very close attention.
See, personally, I think it's all bullshit to try and appease the people of a community riddled with murders, all being pulled off.
That's the realest shit he said on video.
By the youth of Jacksonville, with vast majority of the shooters being barely out of their teens.
Hey, yo, I fuck with his delivery, though, cause he got his own little, you know what I mean? His own little, you feel me? His own little, you know what I mean? Like, I fought with it though, cuz. You know what I mean? He unique in his own way though. What's this nigga name, cuz? 504 Street Stories Unplugged. I fuck with you, gangster.
Teens
He said,
barely out of their teens.
Yeah.
Apps myself.
Shut up.
All right, good afternoon. I'm Sergeant Josh Cater with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit. At around 9:30 this morning, officers were dispatched to the 10,000 block of Gatewood Glen Court in reference to a deceased individual. When they arrived on scene, they locate what we believe to be an adult male deceased inside a garage. At this time, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit, Crime Scene Unit, and our partners with the State Attorney's Office are currently on scene conducting the investigation. At this time, all we know is some family members came back from vacation to learn that who they believe to be their son was found deceased inside the residence. At this time, we cannot confirm that, and we'll be getting with our medical examiner's office to do so. Like I said, at this time, detectives are currently in the neighborhood, going door to door, looking for any witnesses and or video surveillance that could help us figure out what actually happened. With that being said, we do not know the circumstances that relating to this incident or the relationship of those involved. Because of this classification of the incident will be in pending status while we work with the medical examiner's office and the state attorney's office. As always, if anybody has any information that could aid us in this investigation, we're asking you to call a non-emergency number, 904-630-0500. If you wish to go through email, it's jsocrimetips@jacksheriff.org. Or as always, if you wish to remain anonymous, you can go through Crime Stoppers at 1-866-845-TIPS. I'll take a couple questions, however, I have very limited information.
Was it the deceased, he was inside his own home?
Well, right now we do not know exactly who it is. We're only going off what the parents believe, that there should have been an adult male that lived there. So they're assuming that it is him, but due to the fact that decomp stages and working with the medical examiner's office to give 100% identification.
Was there any sign of forced entry into the house? How did you come across it?
Right now, there
is it over? I think it's
believed
over.
to be there. Right now, collecting evidence.
But look, man, then we have, all this shit has happened since Foolio passed away. That's kind of crazy, bro. You know what I mean? To think all that shit has happened within like the past 2 weeks, bro. You know what I mean? Prayers to the city of Jacksonville. You know what I mean? But look, though, if you're new to my channel, stop right now. Hit that sub button. Give me the 500K subs ASAP and smash that like button. But without further ado, it's your boy Donn. Check out one love. Peace out. Yeah.